Well, there's always lots going on here, and across the road we've got a guy selling all sorts of bits and pieces, from brooms to hammocks to rugs, all on his little motorbike, and then he's attached a little cart to the back of it, and he just goes around the village selling his stuff. Pretty cool, isn't it? So anyway, the other day I was asked by a few people, what does Pi do with all those little fish that she caught in the pond? Well, I said to you, some of them get chopped up and they use in a chili sauce, but the other fish are going on little skewers. Now, this is my mother-in-law and Pi, and they're sitting there skewering the fish on these little bamboo sticks. Mum made these the other day. She sat there for about 2-3 hours making these tiny little skewers out of bamboo, and now they're just going to put them on the stick, and they've been salted, and then they'll go in the sun. Old Pi, she's busy away, look, and they'll eat them and sell them and make a few bucks. So there you go, that's what happens to all those little fish. They all get eaten. Never a dull moment here, there's always something going on. And I said a few weeks ago, I don't know whether you guys remember, about the duck eggs and how we sell the duck eggs, and that's how we sell them. We literally got a little table outside on the main road, yeah, and we just put duck eggs out there, and then people come along and then they buy them. It's all a source of income. And we're going to go off to the farm very shortly and see if we got any more duck eggs. Well, Pi has prepared all the duck food, and now all I've got to do is put it in a bag, put it on our little motorcycle, and then head off to the farm. They can eat though. Twice a day Pi has to make all this up. Well, it's pretty foggy this morning, and we haven't had any rain now for, well, it's got to be nearly 2 months, and the new pond water level has dropped quite a bit. So Dad was up here yesterday pumping water into the pond, and we're about to find out how much it's come up by. Hopefully quite a bit. It's been, the DAC-DAC's been running all night pumping water out the well, so fingers crossed that it's come up quite a bit. We'll find out in a minute or two. Well, the DAC-DAC's not running, so it means it run out of gas during the night. So, but it's still pretty hot. I can feel it. So it's not long been out of juice. Let's go and see how much water it pumped in overnight. It is a concern, especially in the dry season, because you don't get any rain. So it's something we have to do. We have to keep this pond topped up at, to a reasonable level. Keep our little fish happy and healthy. And growing. They've got to grow. If all goes to plan, we're approximately 3 months away from harvesting, so we'll see how that goes. But the pond level has come up significantly, so very, very happy with that. Now here's the thing, and this is where it gets a little bit dodgy, because the water that comes out the ground, out of the well, is just pure clear mountain water. It is really, really good water, but of course it's very, very cold. Now when the pond level sinks to a certain level, obviously the water heats up with the sun, and pumping fresh cold water in here isn't always ideal, because it can kill the fish. It just shocks them. It's a massive shock to their little systems, and they die. And I can already see that we've got one just there. We've got another one there. So I'm going to walk up the entire length of the pond and see how many we've lost. And as you can see, we've already lost 2 there. So just hope it's not too many. Well, I've just walked up the entire length of the pond, and we have a total of 3 fish that we lost. So not a huge amount, which is good. Well, it's not good that we lost 3, but it's better, better than we could have lost dozens of them. It's always a difficult time when we fill this pond. It's really worrying. You know, we don't have any choice. It has to be done. But yeah, only 3. So bit of a relief, to be honest with you. And all the fish are now starting to come towards me as I'm walking along the bank. They know when they're going to get fed. They're not that silly. It's a nice sight to see though. I don't know why, but I get an immense amount of pleasure out of this. Just looking after these fish is just a joy, an absolute joy. It's so much fun. We've got some birds, and I don't know what they are in the background, but they're like hovering. I haven't got a clue what they are. They're like a really big kingfisher. I've never seen anything like it. Wow. I'm assuming they're after fish. It's the only thing I could think of. But I've never seen anything like them before. Pretty birds though. Wow, they're really agile as well. Yeah, they're like a really big kingfisher. But normally, of course, a kingfisher's blue. Wow. That's amazing, isn't it? Not a day that goes by that I don't see something that gives me an immense amount of pleasure to look at. Unbelievable. I've never ever seen anything like them before. And they're definitely looking for more fish. Again, you know, part of me thinks, you know, I don't want to eat more fish, but on the other side, this is nature, you know. I like to see them. I love to see the birds. They've gone right at the top now. It does kind of worry me though, because of those nets that Dad put up, but I don't get a say in that. I just wish they weren't there. But anyway, let's hopefully they'll be okay. And if they do get caught in the net, then I'll get them out. One of them just got caught. One of them's literally just got caught in the net. So I'm about to go up there and release it. This is one thing I really don't like. It breaks my heart, seriously. I'm gonna have to have words, I think, and get him to get this net down. It's literally just got caught in it. I'm gonna need Pie's help. Oh, just absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, you can see there. Yeah, it is like a giant kingfisher, but it's white. Look, I'm going to get on and I'm going to get this bird out of the net, and then I'll let you have a better look at it. Let me get hold of Pie. Well, I'm sure this is not something you're going to see every day, but I actually don't know what type of bird it is, but I'm assuming it's a white kingfisher. It looks just like a kingfisher. It's a beautiful bird. I really don't like seeing these being caught in a net. So hold on, I've got to go ahead and hold this for Pie, and then we'll hopefully you'll see the release. Well, success. We managed to untangle him. He wasn't really that tangled up. So beautiful bird though, absolutely beautiful. So we're going to let him go. Go on in, little fella. Off you go. Free. Let him go, baby. There you go. And there's his mate just over there. So the pair of them now are going to go off together. Happy. Incredible birds. I mean, they're just incredible. Just absolutely stunningly beautiful. So, but this is life on the farm, I'm afraid. It might seem a little cruel, and you know, normally they would eat them. I just can't. I can't bear it though, to be honest with you. I just can't. I don't. I can see the need for it, but I don't like doing it. I just don't. So if I see one in the net and it's still alive, we'll untangle it and release it, as you can see. And hopefully he won't get caught in there again. Well, Dad rents this bit of land to grow corn on, and as you can see, it's just been harvested. It was actually harvested yesterday. So you might be wondering, what on earth are we doing here? Well, when the machine comes in, it cuts them all down, obviously, and gets the corn, but it always leaves some behind. So our job today is to go around the entire area and pick up the corn. It won't be used for anything other than duck food, but it does cut down on the expense of keeping the ducks. The actual duck feed, if you go and buy it, is about 450 baht per bag, which is really, really expensive. So we have to do everything we can to keep that cost down. As you see, Pi produces food for the ducks every morning. She cuts up all sorts of things, papaya, banana trees, and then adds a little bit of duck feed to it, but not a lot. And when the corn crop comes in, of course, we use all the corn that isn't picked up by the machine to feed the ducks. That's the corn processing plant right there. As you can see, it's a lovely little area though. Ever so quiet in here. Can just make out the Lao Mountains in the background there. Right, I suppose we better get on. We've got quite a lot to do, and hopefully we'll get a fair amount of corn for the ducks, and I'll show you what we do with the corn on the cob once we get it. There's Pi, she's working away. Busy, busy. Have you got many, honey? Ah, right, you start to get a few. Okay, I'm going to give Pi a hand and we'll catch you in a bit. Well, they say farming can be a hazardous occupation, and they're not wrong. I've only been out here about an hour, and I got stuck. I got stuck by a corn cob. Now, I didn't know this, but the reeds on a corn cob are pretty sharp, and the result is this. I cut it there somewhere, and as you can see, it's bleeding profusely. Must have hit a small vessel or something. So yeah, if you don't like the sight of blood, look away now. There you go. Well, a bit late, isn't it? There you go. So the hazards of farming. It's called slicing and dicing. But already we found quite a few corn cobs, which again we'll use for the duck feed. It is pretty through here though. As I was looking for corn cobs about 15 minutes ago, I've come across a tree, and it's got like these flowers growing up, these blue flowers. Almost looks like clematis. Lovely little area this is, it's so pretty. All these huge trees, look at them. Apart from the ugly building of the corn processing plant, but not an awful lot of industry around here. I mean, I think there's one there, there's one at the top of Bansal, and I think that's about it. Oh, there's one at the top of our road as well, I forgot about that, so 3 that I know of. But you don't really see a lot of heavy industry here, which is a good thing, because the air is so clean. It's just beautiful up here. But have a look at these flowers, folks, they're really, really nice. Just really, really pretty. They almost look like a clematis. I'm not quite sure. They could well be. See what I mean though? No matter where you look, if you're prepared to look, you can find something new and different. And there's no beating Mother Nature, I don't care what anybody says. She produces some incredible sights. This is the neighbouring farm. And I'll just walk across here. Don't know what they're growing there. But there's the Lao Mountains in the background. Lovely, isn't it? Just lovely. I best get off and lick my wounds. Silly things I do. I didn't know though. But you learn something new every day, and of course I won't be making that mistake again. I'll be wearing gloves. Here we go. Well, there you have it. We picked about maybe 200 kilos of corn. So I've had me blood, I've had me sweat, and now all I need to do is cry like a baby and I'll have the hat trick. It is sweltering out here today. It's really, really hot. So we're going to get back with the load that we've got, grab some water, and relax and eat for a little bit, and then on with the rest of the day. We'll catch you in a bit. So now we're back home and we've got all our corn here, as you can see, and there's still loads of it in the truck, and we're basically going to have to take off all the husks. Oh, sometimes they break in half, but once we've taken off all the husks, we end up with obviously just the corn. Now all this has to be done by hand, so, and it's literally just a case of peeling it off like this. It has a tendency to blister your thumbs and the palms of your hands if you're not careful, so you have to stop every now and again to do it, and then you end up with a bucket full of corn. Now some of this will go straight into the duck feed as it is, and some goes off to the miller and gets ground up, so they have it in a fine powder as well. And it does save a huge amount of money on duck feed. So as you've seen Pi make her stuff in the mornings regarding putting banana tree in it and pumpkin and all sorts of bits and pieces we put in there. But this is a good supplement. So yeah, it's certainly worth doing. It saves a huge amount of money. Well, that's about it for today, guys. I've got some corn to pick. Oh, before I forget, the cob, that doesn't get wasted either. We'll use that for firewood. So when you see Pi out there making a sticky rice in the mornings, we use the corn cobs as fire fuel. Cool, isn't it? Well, that's it for today, guys. I've got lots to do with my corn. I've got to sit here picking and picking and picking, and then going back to the farm, feed the fish, feed the ducks, feed the chickens, feed the dogs, and then do other bits and pieces. Have a great day. Remember, stay safe, and don't forget, please subscribe, share and like. Makes a massive difference to our little channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.